September 11th, 2012, 8:46 a.m. A White House moment of silence that is now part of a sad national ritual. 9:49 a.m., the Pentagon Memorial. And then at 5 p.m., a new 9/11. President Obama is told the American mission in Benghazi is under attack. The U.S. ambassador missing.
Benghazi was a play, a tragedy, in 3 acts. And an awful lot of the political energy has been placed on Act 2. You know, what happened that night?
At 6 p.m., now midnight in Benghazi, a series of urgent Pentagon meetings. 2 military units based in Spain, one on a training mission in Croatia, and another based at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, were told to get ready. Quick orders, but no quick options. The Croatia team reached a staging base in Sicily late Wednesday, 22 hours after the Benghazi attack. The North Carolina-based team reached that same base 90 minutes later. The fastest time to Libyan soil, one of the Spain-based teams made it to Tripoli at 9 p.m. Wednesday, 23 hours after the Benghazi siege began and 22 hours after the president was told. Too late. Way too late. By then, the siege was over, the U.S. mission in ruins, the nearby CIA annex heavily damaged, and the bodies of 4 dead Americans on a transport plane to Germany.
The United States military, as I've said, is not and frankly should not be a 911 service.
There's some places on the planet where we have some gaps, and I think North Africa is probably one of them.
To Congressman Adam Smith, the top Democrat on the House Armed Services Committee, case closed.
The bottom line is there was not a force available that could get there in time, and that has been clearly and unequivocally established and answered over and over again.
Republican Jason Chaffetz begs to differ.
There in northern Libya, right there on the coast, that we couldn't get U.S. military there for 24 hours. That's embarrassing if it's true. But I really question whether or not that's the actual truth.
So essentially you're saying General Dempsey, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest ranking uniformed officer in the United States of America, isn't telling the truth?
I think there are other assets and other things that could have been put into motion. That cavalry never comes over the hill to help. That's just stunning to me.
There was one closer option. 4 special ops personnel in Tripoli, the Libyan capital, who wanted to rush to Benghazi, but were ordered not to. The Pentagon initially denied a stand-down order was given. That's technically correct, but it now concedes they were ordered not to go to Benghazi, but to instead help out in Tripoli.
If they had gone, they'd have simply passed each other in the air.
I'm more interested in Act 1.
Michael Hayden is the former CIA director.
Act 1 is, what were the intelligence estimates? What kind of warnings were given? What was the plan? Okay, why do we have so few options in Act 2?
Act 1 is numbing, warning after warning, that Benghazi was a disaster waiting to happen.
What they had decided to do with the security posture was inconsistent with the threat assessment that was readily available.
Indefensible?
And look, I've been in those chairs. I'm not going to say it that way, but it's clear, John, it was inadequate.
The evidence was overwhelming. Attacks that convinced the British, the Red Cross, and the United Nations to leave Benghazi. 2 prior attacks on the U.S. mission, an IED thrown over the fence by former security guards in April, and another IED in June that blew a huge hole in a compound gate. And detailed warnings, CNN is told, in 4,000 classified cables, including updates on new al-Qaeda training camps near Benghazi.
How come that didn't rise to the level where somebody said, you know, we just can't operate in this environment? It was a death trap.
The official administration review found the security arrangements grossly inadequate and spread the blame across the State Department bureaucracy.
Senator, I want to make clear that no one in the State Department, the intelligence community, any other agency ever recommended that we close Benghazi.
But maybe they should have.
It's the only Western flag flying in Benghazi. Should it have been?
I don't think so. There was plenty of warning. It's kind of what we call strategic warning. You knew things bad could happen. Tactical warning, you know, it's going to happen tonight at 7 o'clock, not so much. If you were waiting for tactical warning, sitting out there in the consulate in Benghazi, you weren't waiting for intelligence, John. You were waiting to die.